Welcome to the Flora podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the number one thing that instantly declutters your life. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Flora Sage. For over 25 years, I've been helping people like you align into a life or a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear the 9 types of clutter, keeping you from a life that you love. What are those 9 types of clutter? They are mental, spiritual, emotional, digital, financial, daily, body, process, and environmental clutter. And like I said at the beginning, today we are going to talk about the number one way to instantly declutter your life. I know that this might sound far-fetched, but in over 25 years of helping people declutter their lives and be more of what they want and have less of what they don't want, when they implement this one thing, they instantly start to see what can easily be decluttered from their life and what they need to double down on. Okay, are you ready for that one thing? It's one word. I want you to write it down and commit it to memory. Are you ready? Intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional with your life. Be intentional with your time. Be intentional with your work, with your habits, with your energy. Be intentional with your words, with your actions. Be intentional with what you bring into your home. Be intentional with your partnerships, both for friendships and in work and in your career. Be intentional with your to-do list. Be intentional with your attention. Be intentional with your time and how you invest it or spend it. Be intentional with your finances. Be intentional and you will have a life that you truly are wildly obsessed with. So how can you be more intentional? The first thing is understand what phase of life that you're in. I have a whole podcast episodes about this, several of them. The next thing is when you understand what phase of life you're in, if you are in the growth phase, if you are in the maintaining phase, if you are in the deconstruction phase of something in your life, or if you're in the convalescent stage, give yourself permission to do that work and understand what phase of life you're in. Because I'm telling you, this is one of the things that when someone comes to me and they're like, I've been trying to do this for so long and nothing is working. And I ask them, okay, what phase of life are you in? And they can't answer that. And as soon as they get clear about what phase of life they're in, then what happens is all of a sudden they're clear about what their priorities really are. And based off of those priorities, their goals just instantly match up. They're like, oh yeah, so I'm in the phase of this, which in order for me to get that, this needs to be my priority. Boom. When you understand what phase of life you're in and the priorities that you have in that phase, then you have the clarity about how to intentionally focus on what you want and ignoring everything else that's pulling you away from what you don't want and where you want to go. Everything starts to fall into place. Those things that you know are not in alignment with where you're going, you start to recognize, I don't want this in my life anymore. I'm not going to do that because I know that's going to pull me away from what I really want. And you start to get lasered in. You start to get really, really focused and really intentional about what and how you spend your time. You get really intentional about the work that you do. You get really intentional about those people that you hang out with. You get really intentional about how you spend your energy. You get really intentional about what you eat because your energy is everything. And if you eat something that makes you feel like shit, you're not going to be able to show up and do those things. So this truly is a ripple effect that when you start to get intentional about the things that you want in life and where you're going, everything starts to instantly fall in place. And that intentionality starts to become your go-to of, this is the phase of life I'm in. These are my priorities. And I'm going to intentionally start to do those things that will naturally bring me to what I want next in my life. What I recommend today is to just sit down and say, what phase of life am I in? Don't skip this. Am I at a job that I've been at for 20 years and I'm getting ready to retire? Am I starting a new career? Am I starting a side hustle? Whatever it is, look at your job. Okay, then look at your relationships. Are you maintaining a long-term partnership with someone? Are you starting a new partnership with someone? Are you a parent? Are you a parent of a baby, a toddler, a school-age kid? Are they in college? Are they a teenager? Are you getting ready to downsize and completely start fresh, like in all aspects of your life? What phase of life are you in? The second you understand what phase of life that you're in and the priorities that you have within that phase, you get so much clarity about what you want to be intentional on. When you do this work, you will instantly start to know and have clarity on what your next step is. Hope this serves you today. Remember, all it takes is a clear vision of what you want and the willingness to take one small degree of a shift in that direction daily to align into a life you love. I'll see you in the next episode.